And then asem no waka na ye one
na say
asem na de
asem de hu hia
e de broso
enkeye na say
oh na ni baby asem ni free ba no ensa kiraye free ho efiri se wo wana montuo na ba mi hu se ensa kiraye ba disab baby a wo hade your Ministry of Youth and Sports. Below the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we have the Sports Authority, we have the Youth Authority. They work directly under the Sports Ministry.
Okay.
See, the development, any sports activities, the development of sports, that is sports infrastructure, the trips, getting games and other things, is the organizations and other things, is a prerogative of the Sports Authority. And now, the development of Ghana's youth, which has been enshrined in 16 priority areas in the National Youth Authority's document. They have a green book. That is what guidance their activity, that is what is supposed to shaping, that is the basis, the bane for implementation for the National Youth Authority. Now, also the 16 priority areas now, a what National Youth Authority will more you can say men kaida omuye mu bibia under this person speaking. The only person our one National Youth Authority may say enya me say yes e come obi ho afi. The only person our National Youth Authority and nay mimi nim men ka say je enimo me say de mimi nim making kind National Youth Authority once make 16 priority areas once sasa wo kira mabuno yenim honorable once mabudu kra yenim mpo se aban mramu NRCD 1974 ashamukutu ashamupa amam constitutional instrument say momra medi djuma enfom wampeja emabunu yemma mabunu animbie awo niemamu state policies national policies yanka mamuru ensha baby ni mia beboa yamwana mabunu organization youth based organizations youth formed organization youth interest organization yamwani entimi streamlining omu activities sababu no bi wo maimu na wo personal problem if one assessor what they call National Youth Authority, how many youth babu no do sign the try na no pay omunim say wo problem assessor what they call National Youth Authority. Mwankasa National Youth Authority no aside I'm telling you for a fact nansa yawo honorable Hashide yakwakwasi uhene ewo northern region Tamale yakwakwasi uhene wo northern region Tamale no Ejuma original director wo ya ewo northern regional capital ho any the surroundings. In fact National Youth Authority baba news mu just as man no na obehu so wo news mu Ghana News Agency wo portal na wo kenkan na wo hwehwe niam free youth ho na wo hwehwe niam free National Youth Authority ho a edi ba akopo a wo tie one Mumuni Suleiman in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, over TBB free National Youth Authority who are there is a change of CEO or the CEO from the National Youth Authority has now become a member of parliament. Yes, it can abide mamono. What they mamo someone from what mabudun titi in 16 different areas. Youth in skills development, youth in one youth in ICT, youth in sports, youth in journalism and media, youth in entrepreneurship. There are 16 solid priority areas. Aba mamu husika afibia. Yenwudi amode ye education, public education and sensitization. Se wo baba no ba chesere mabudu no saya emamu no ene oman no AC ko no at the end of the day no moto hono na yebetem nka just as abiota fracture and some enfam ho. Yebetem nka it is nothing about the youth development policies. Oba office ebraso ya wukodi wo niema wukodi ya allegations ne ade eba ebeto wo so omampan na do dan kwakufu ado 134 after selecting obi a ni HND kwa na ekuta ni diploma kwa na ekuta no nanya original after selecting that person to become the CEO of the National Youth Authority on political grounds. At the end of the day revelation about honoma wo pam no at the end of the day no what's how the honoma grow to pray. Emma Jojo mo and the likes of Sylvester Mensah bakuya among from Sylvester Mensah. The likes of Sylvester Mensah mo and the politics and then wobodi yesika mabunu sika and tetia sika ya their fast sports ministry. So and the technocratic authority as the NYA governed by a legal instrument Namo for sika na namo dia bom ho asafo hene namo dia bom ho bra and the Euro Parliament. Ishmael Mubarak na shase National Youth Authority sika woko Ghana babia wonko nkoto say wo benya NYA officer very strong ewo Ghana. In the last 10 years the member di dia hunu Upper West region and the Northern region wo mu kwa na timi ya bibi kakra say wono ankasa fa akwan foforo bi so no mo epeke set up. Wasn't it started in the Upper West region by just a mere regional director and then many CEOs, many directors in the national office were there watching youth policy, Yeah, Baba review youth policy, Let me tell you for a fact, I was one of the 7 people who reviewed the youth policy. I'm going to call digital center call and we know what we are talking about. And now, what Baba say? The spirit of reformation anchor Ghanaians. What have you reformed? Why ya bo bosia? Why ya kwaji sikade bre wo? Why ya man wa kon ho ma say fa bebo bra e fa emabunu ho no? Ade na odi sika na ye. What reforms have you made in the National Youth Authority? What reforms have you made in the implementation of the 16 National Youth Authority priority areas? What have you made? What single thing could you say or could you account for since you took over as the CEO of National Youth Authority? At the end of the day, what to want to saw Michael Fuma now he can't hear that the check Ghana for. And I also say a Ghana for you ninos. And you Ghana for you na kenkai, and I say Ghana for you na nim, and I say Nintino, Moba Coso de Nada about Amamunoso. Moba Coso de Nada Abake Cambra from Osiase. Ubadru yano and nearby implementations and across our National Youth Authority sectors, even the Zuma Nelson complex, sports complex, how far has it gone? How far has that gone? How many your friend is saying training sections and why are they Ghana youth? How many trainings and I say we're conferencing summit for Ghana youth no why? How many times have you engaged the Ghanaian youth? What kind of education have you given? What kind of reformation have you made in the National Youth Authority and its dispensation of its priority areas? I don't know if you have a frate, mo pesa mo foye no numusa. I don't know pesa mo buya no masa abra yesu. How do you come to call for the spirit of reformation when you lack the spirit of reformation yourself? Why you preach what you do not do? And come on what him. I try and say, my buyer what a swano, what bet me at that swano keep him more. Number the didi. Walk quiet your wire every year. Ya probably do walk attention anywhere. Yama pressure will be ankeka wa 17 and on my penny town or local National Youth Authority. Just say, yeah, and Mabunu Yenny de pe. Yenny and Yama, a Youth Authority, Ayadema. At the end of the day, Nabajat Naba, now Kwakoye create loot and share. Now, at the end of the day, no, and Yama Kosuano, Matrasa Yan. You just watch. See things happen around you. The spirit to reform yourselves, you do not possess it. So far from far, we've not seen that. We've not experienced that. Now, what be preaching what you are not. You are preaching what you don't do. Yes, sir. And your dear church, your dear church, your dear Nimnantia. And this is best young one. I'm on tour. Now you have the spirit of reformation. Reform National Youth Authority. Brighten your corners. Stop preaching to us. Stop talking. Kawano tum. And kasabi otafracha. Ye pobia manabe kasa kwana and kabakawano tum. Preach what you are. Do what you are preaching. Reform the National Youth Authority. Centralize it. Give it district offices. Let it be known to every region that there is a regional youth authority office. Let it be known to the youth to say, that is the courtesies they must go. Am I able to Ghana has say? Yashisha Bibia, Yanya Babia, Yadi Asem Kwakodon. If you are Ghanaian youth, you want to start any entrepreneurial business, and I say anything, it is the prerogative of the National Youth Authority to assist you. To assist you, somewhere you can make funding. To assist you position yourself to structure your business. It is the responsibility of the National Youth Authority to ensure that IT, technical studies, is abound. TVET, it is the responsibility of the National Youth Authority to ensure that the youth understand and start to see attractiveness in that particular sector. Mobile, you know, you better say National Youth Authority can be na wo ye bibia na ya manyosem. There's a National Youth Authority supposed to be a politicking organization. Is it supposed to be a politicking organization? You better someone can say the CEO of National Youth Authority, Deputy CEO of National Youth Authority, why? And then the technocrats are there in the offices. Their ideas and then the experiences which are supposed to be explored to ensure that National Youth Authority goes where it's supposed to be. The people who are the actual implementers, the people who have studied youth development and youth work are there. Because the top hierarchy has been politicized. Will be about just a subject of fracture or Mampania body didn't know afraid. Hey, let this person come and lead. The person has no knowledge of how youth development works. The person is just a mere politician. Well, probably a former minister, a former deputy minister. But this is a very technical area. The dynamism in leading the youth is different. Office one more. You will not even find a proper youth in the leadership roles. So how do you treat the youth mentality? How do you position the youth when you do not even have the people who you are dealing with on the board? When you don't understand them, when we are in a different time zone, when we are in a different kind of state of mind, different kind of ideologies, then you come out after all the allegations that are not yet approved, substantiated yet, all the allegations, then later the appointment into the office of the National Youth Authority. Yes, a hodom na emabuno yenim ho shintino okosha wonom kakra na say attorney down e the amount wetimi agbo sika no kakra eduru bra bia wo da kwakọ politicize Pius Mubarak e the free office or e the kodi MP Sylvester a man from here wo kwan enso to yentimi fa wo kwan ne so wo call parliament wo se wo for National Youth Authority so at the year stepping stone e go do parliament. The problem still persists. The he crowd say we do another somebody nebo so overpassing so now the problem that existed before your election, the problem still persists. You are yet to even speak about it. At the end of the day, what's also the former Kokodi MP Bakuya Yakofano one company a certificate crowd and can your certificate now only be no problem. Now so the corruption allegation Sikadia Basabasa Kosua I man should show but daddy I mean who say subject of fracture diploma could be no the two office. Meanwhile, that is the office that is taking care of about 34% of the total population of this country. According to the NRCD 1934-74, no? People within the ages of 15 to 35 in this country are believed to be youth. 15 to 35 years. How many of us know that National Youth Authority is even the only and the nationally designated place for youth development? Yemudu said the name say, if I'm into fame, media, and whatever it is, NASA be yes set up. Backbone. I must go to the National Youth Authority. And also, how many of us youth watching and talking this morning has had any support of the National Youth Authority. Okohonum now the proposal kotoha. Na yehu sesebi wo dwan bi kra.
Aya na me won say your political leaders, your politicians no omukonya simpie ni apaso gina na omu preach. I don't person omu je asofo adwuma ye. Ana wo mo nso adani preachers. Asofo no ho so mbetwiefo a kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn me ya hyehyɛ ma wo mo so mo ho sɛ adwuma ye de ama mo sɛ mo nyɛ no mo betimi ayɛ no mo ayɛ ne yie me ho atɔyɛ. But akwa say ekogina ho a asɛm ne enya nka na afi ne ebe quote Bible. Let's work together to achieve a common goal. Let's protect the peace of the country. No peace of the country. Nya Ghana fo ya mabunu ya ye wo memu a ye se yenye yi. Ene etu kwan kwa amonone a yetimi kwaye adwuma na mfaso ba so kora na ye dibi bo man mu no. Enye Ghana mabunu ya ye pe reform spirit di ama ye ye. Ene yetimi tu kwan kwa amonone a ye duru hono mo a ye nka fom obi kro hono mo a wonda. Otimi ye adwuma throughout. So what is wrong? And then they so a mujidi say more politicians no more and you're right. The system is not working. Let the system work. System ni ya juma nyo na abeka so bi be reform in the spirit too. Spirit ni dey we near radentem. But the bema spirit no adi mu ya wu leader na ya fa no. What are you doing? And then awo ye de aboa yen. Kwabrani asori nya juma nye wote ho no so kom de no. Mpanifo no se yemfa ya asepan sha ben. Ntu peso ye den. Reform spirit be na apeso nya. Oh.
Na mo de namu o titititi ho na mo ye nhwehan ye esense omampani power obeda youth authority no how many years ni won timi kwampo nya bibi won kan hampo ma media and report na say o media wa de wa be ye bibi keke na o regional directors me say asawe makasa
Pe football ye boy.
Mekasa.
This is a time so near freeway, honey, freeway. Yes, said the National Academy, the big training will be a if he sees so a year cost woman no more bob one where are they? At is a give it to me a training halfway is a work, a Juma won't bet me a year, Eddie home. But the engineer per se, who so be as a coach about tire per Juma National Youth Authority.
I comprehend you and any
Because I mean. Onye ho a wonti ase o.
Onye nya VAT dem no di twam afikyiri na so se chalote nam ho no mo a.
Dana bia no ye chantro kire mabu no eye beboa mo na ye dan sabi otofro chensem hunu nko a. Enada nsam nko a. Ensam a wo muntumi nya so nko a. Then at the end of the day no you go to places where these people are supposed to do their jobs. When you go there as a rightful benefactor of whatever it is that constitutionally has been mandated for this person to do. Who do one manner the way any policy channel which as a would unshare there. As a would there, and Mrana wono, as a mukinana, and then about better on, and it's a would win. It's just like, why do people in such offices, in such position, think that you're a tip on Kosovo?
Okokrana, now was when you.
Why do you think that
I saw no one who free pem got now? Say, Omo Yasura for until no more preaching, Omo and the film pem to do.
The impedance. What gives you the right, the mandate? You are here. See, the least servant of this country is the president. He's the least servant of this country. Least. Ya come on, Esom Omaya. One pan a list. If you are supposed to put it in the right context. He's the least because he's what? He's in charge of everything. Your thoughts were an advice. How much more you, an appointee coming from the person who is the least servant of this country?
Sure.
That is why it takes everybody to mandate who becomes the least servant of this country. Now, what about office? You have a power to discuss policies. You prepare no one discuss a partnership for implementations. You show my young humo. Most of our office no, mob costing office no. Office ni si one of the technocrats no. Team among for papa intellectuals, people with good programs, people with so much experience. People have been working with the National Youth Authority for more than a decade. They know the ins and outs of the National Youth Authority. They know the ins and outs of the priority areas, the principle, the core which is supposed to be implemented. It's science say ya bo din ya fra wuntino ubedru ye na no kan na to so some of them hardly sit in their office. I never went to see Sylvester Mensah in the office. Never. There was no single day I went to the office and met him. I never went to see Ishmael Mubarak in the office. There was no single day I went to the office and met him. Baby, omo pay baby media no one. Publication no final no. No